Taam, right? Reason and taste. Mitzvot generally may be classified into two separate categories. Hukim, right? Laws whose understanding rationale remains an unknown entity to the human being, and mishpatim. So hukim, so I'm not sure he's going to say, this red cow is a hawk. This meaning there is no logical explanation of this the mitzvah red cow. I'm not sure. Is he going to explain? He's not going to explain. Just to understand to explain the idea. So the idea is that they would take this red cow and they're going to burn it, and then collect these ashes and mix it with the water, and then sprinkle all on the people, and people who are in contact with that, so they're going to get purified. I think on the 3rd and 7th days, if I remember correctly, so they have to be sprinkled with this water. So not only contact with the dead, even after other impurities. Okay, no problem. So it's all good, but so these waters, they have purifying power, right? But it says the person who sprinkles them, or the one who prepares, he becomes spiritually impure. So now he has to go and dip into the mikvah. So like, how is it possible that the water that makes everybody pure, but this person who prepares it makes him pure? So of course there is no logical explanation, or no logical explanation for another mitzvah. What is it like? That shat nest, right? That we're not allowed to wear wool and linen in one garment. Okay, so where's the problem? Right? So it's only divine decree. Of course, they come. Some rabbis come with explanation, but it's not even secondary. So we treat it as a hawk, divine decree, and of course there is a second type of the mitzvah. 1 second. Human being and mishpatim, right? Those to whose reason man has been made privy. Okay, allowing him an awareness of the positive impact and they have on society at large, and on individual person quality of life. Okay, so one of the things I would say, if it's eating kosher, right? So you see, like somebody who was not eating kosher and started to eat kosher. So you see, it changes the character traits of a person who. So he would become, in most instances, more calm, more like easygoing, right? The expression of person's face is going to change, like his manner of speech, right? Why? The only reason, because he started eating kosher and maybe he learned Torah as well. Okay. So these things we understand. Okay. Or keeping Shabbos, right? Also. Okay. Societal large individual. Okay. Continue. In Tanakh, the basic portion of food necessary for a minimal human survival is called lechem chuki. Lechem chuki, okay. So it's like some kind of bread, right? Part of the bread. So it says in Mishlei Torah verse 8, from the word chok, statue. Okay. Just as one's nutritional need may be met even via intragastic feeding, meaning that we should not know of these things, but they can put a tube, right, into a person's stomach and feed them like that. The food does not have to come through or in some people through the throat, but some people like through the stomach. So it does not have to come through the mouth, right? Intragastric feeding. So to the minimal purpose and the goal of the mitzvahs, it more than sufficiently provide for the mere physical act, right? So it's very interesting concept of the mitzvah fulfillment. which is itself a show of subservient to the Almighty, right? So it's very interesting concept. So when you do mitzvahs because HaShem said so, you humble yourself. You say, okay, HaShem, what is next? I'm ready because I know whatever you say, it's good for me. Do I understand it's good for me? No. It's like mother is telling a little son to wear a hat because it's windy outside. Does he want to wear the hat? No, but if he has a little brain, he understands. So if he's not going to wear the hat, he's going to catch a cold for sure, because mother knows better. So here and many times I think we have to humble ourselves and before Hashem and just do it. Doing a mitzvah even without knowing its meaning provides us with the basic spiritual sustenance requirements. So meaning as we were saying before that all of these body parts, right, organs and ligaments and right, so they need this nourishment. So when person does the mitzvah, so he nourishes and sustains, as they say, all these organs. Yet just as one has a little appetite for nourishment, imbibed in such a fashion, and does not relish such tasteless food, so to the sense of excitement, intellectual identification, and emotional attachment that should be part of the parcel of doing a mitzvah is extremely difficult to achieve without knowing reason. Okay, so let's read this one more time and go and try to explain. It's a very deep idea. One more time, let me explain. Yet just as one has a little appetite for nourishment imbibed in such a fashion, meaning does not relish such a tasteless food. So like even sometimes like a person like overate, right? For sure, cannot breathe. And now they brought something like tasty, like delicious in his eyes. So suddenly he feels hunger. So why he feels hunger? Because he likes the food. And sometimes you eat just a little, I don't know, like salad maybe without salt and without olive oil, without any dressing, just vegetable. So how much you can eat? Not much, even though you were hungry before. I don't know, some lettuce, I don't know, whatever people eat, right? So same as with the mitzvah. So but when this food, exactly the same food, when it has all of the ingredients, all of these added ingredients, you salt it, you put some pepper, you put some olive oil, or whatever you put, so now it becomes more tastier. So same as the mitzvah. Okay, of course you can do it as it is, like dry and like all of the details, but it's of course when you add all of these extra ingredients, it's going to you're going to like much better, right, and understand and enjoy. So too, in the sense of the excitement, intellectual identification, and emotional attachment that should be part of the parcel. So it's parcel. It's like the whole package of the things of doing the mitzvah is extremely difficult to achieve without knowing the reason. So you cannot have excitement. You cannot have attachment to any mitzvah if you don't learn about it. Okay, it is for this reason that Taam has dual meaning, taste and reason. Very interesting. As we can see, like totally different reasons. Meaning taste and reason. Okay. The reason makes the mitzvah appetizing and tasty, right? So person knows that with this mitzvah how much how much this mitzvah is going to change me as a person. Like how much light is going to bring to the Jewish nation and to the world around us, right? So now, like a person knows that maybe this mitzvah is going to rebalance the scales, as we learned, people from this group who were with us, we learned together Halachos Dios of the Rambam. No, it's not Halachos Dios. No. Hilchas Teshuvah, I apologize, Hilchas Teshuvah. So Rambam said the person must see himself, right, in the the whole world in exactly balance, right? I mean, he starts with himself in exactly balance, 50% good and 50% bad. So if I'm going to do one more mitzvah right now, doesn't matter how big is it, right? I wash my hands after eating bread, right? So now the whole scale, right, of the positive commandments of the mitzvahs are going to be heavier than my awareness. So it's going to change the balance. And same, he said, same for your city, same for the whole nation, and the same for the whole world. So a person has to see himself, as Rambam said very clear, a person has to see himself that everything depends on him, right? If I do one more mitzvah, it's going to overweigh the positive things that the world produce would overweigh the negativity that the world produces. Why? Because I wash my hands after eating bread. You understand? So it's very like when you have this approach, and when you see all of this mitzvah, when you have this approach to the mitzvah, everything changes around. It's not just washing my hands after the bread, and some skip. So I'm in rush. Maybe I should skip, right? So that's not a right approach to the mitzvahs. So continue. Actually, the sentence before. It is for this reason that Taam has dual meaning, taste and reason. The reason makes the mitzvah appetizing and tasty to the heart and mind, so that not only the body, but the totality of a Jew, body and mind and soul and emotions, wow, look at this, and emotion serve HaShem, so all of the whole capacity. The fulfillment of the words of David HaMelech, who says, all my limbs will say, HaShem, who are like you. Right? It says in Tehillim 35:10. It is with this in mind that we approach the task on investigating the mitzvahs of Kashrut. Okay, this next section is very long. I think we can stop here.